Hi, this is Cornelius here. Got something really exciting for you. It's something I've been working on for a while and something you've heard about coming from us, and that is the Chameleon Smooth microphone processor. Now, you're listening to it right now as I'm talking. I think it has a nice smooth sound. Hopefully, you think so as well. But let's unveil this puppy real quick here. So, here it is right here, the Chameleon Smooth microphone processor. There it is with the front panel on. We've got on the left here the gain reduction display, and on the right is your input or output levels. And there's a nice little panel on that where you can protect it from being bumped and all that. And so the flashing amber LED down below, that is the de-esser. And, it's an algorithm I've worked on for a long time, and it's pretty cool. So that's what it normally looks like. And you can see as I'm talking normally or quiet or whatever, what it's doing gain reduction wise. Hey everybody, welcome to the Music FM. So that's what it sounds like right there when you emote into it. So how do you adjust this thing? Well, what you do is you can remove the front panel here, and you've got behind the door here all of the adjustments. I'm going to see if I can get the camera to focus in on some. There we go. Okay. So as you can see here, you've got the adjustments for the de-esser, and that's pretty cool there. It's one where I normally don't like the way most de-essers sound. So I came up with this one here, which is a lot. It doesn't make me sound like I have a speech impediment or anything like that. So if I were to go ahead and increase the de-esser, this is what it sounds like when it's running at the max. So there you go. And so we're going to set it back to pretty much where I had it before right there. So I think I have a little more de-essing activity going on than I had before. So you have next to that is the drive control. And if you really wanted to make it sound like pretty crazy, you can really increase it. And okay, now I sound like, welcome to the Music FM, everybody. And as you can see, a little bit goes a long way with this puppy. Or you can just kind of hit it lightly like that. And there you go. It's pretty transparent sounding, even when you get loud. So there you go. So I have it set with some aggressiveness going on. The next control here is the room attenuator control. Let's get my little dry hands in here. Okay, so you'll have to definitely wear headphones to listen to this part. But I'm going to disengage it or turn it down pretty much. There we go. We have it off. And when it's off, you can hear all the sounds of the room tone sounds. I'm going to you can just make note of what you hear in the background. I'm going to go ahead and engage it fully, and I'm going to keep talking so you can see that it doesn't really affect my voice much. But if I'm quiet, you'll notice that it's really knocking down the room tone, and you can adjust how much of the room tone you want. So we're going to just add a little bit in here. So you can just add just like a tad bit of room tone in there just to make it sound natural if you don't like that wall of silence that you normally would get when you have it fully engaged. And when it's fully engaged, it starts to behave more like a noise gate and all that. And you've got your EQ settings here, low and high EQ, which are tailored specifically to the SM7 or the SM series of microphones, put it that way. And they all have their characteristic sound. And we're going out of focus again, so if I can get this thing to kind of go back in. But yeah, so that's one of the things that are special about the Chameleon Smooth is that it's tailored around the frequency response of the SM series of microphones, whether it's an SM7, SM5, SM58, or whatever. We have our little contour switches, and we've got a high-pass filter, which is engaged right now. And these are a little tricky to get into, but I'm going to go ahead and bang on my desk, banging on the desk. I'm going to turn off there it is. Now the high-pass filter is off. Banging on the desk. If you listen on headphones, you can hear all the rumbling, some bumping the desks and stuff. Turn it back on. And we're engaging it now. It's engaged. Banging on the desk again and on the microphone. So it does a really good job of getting rid of all that rumble and all that. And as we keep going out of focus here, there we go. So the other feature here is the sparkle control. Now, with an SM7B connected to this, I like having the sparkle of the older SM7 microphones versus the SM7B, which has kind of a drier high into it. Some people may prefer one over the other. I'm going to turn off the sparkle There, the sparkle is now off. It's not that it's dull, overly dull, but some of the top end goes away there. And if I re-engage the sparkle, now we have some of that sparkle in there that the SM7 has. It's pretty cool. And which one is the best? Doesn't it depends on what you're looking for. Some people may just want to stick with the standard SM7 sound. And if you're going to hook up an SM5 to this, you're definitely going to want to turn that off because the SM5 has plenty of high-end sparkle there. We have also the processor. You can bypass the processor. Now it's totally bypassed and I'm quiet. And now it's re-engaged again. And it also has a line input if you want to use your favorite preamp on that as well. So that's a quick overview of the Chameleon Smooth mic processor, something I've been wanting to do for a while. And don't mind that one LED here. This is we're shaking out the prototype hardware here, so I'm just getting things running. That first LED segment that's lit when I'm not talking, I'm kind of experimenting with. Since that says 0 gain reduction, I'm experimenting with that being a way to tell you that it's working. What's hard to tell on the camera is that when you, it's more obvious with the human eye, but the camera doesn't have enough dynamic range to it. But the LED kind of glows dimly. And then when you cross the threshold of compression, it gets brighter. And you can sort of tell that as we're talking. Kind of experimenting with a few things there on the display. Alrighty, there you go. The Chameleon Smooth microphone processor that we've been working on here. And it's something that's been in my head for a long time with a lot of these features. And glad to be able to show it to you. Have a great one, and see you next time.